weigh up to 3,000 pounds and charge. Unfortunately for them, they don't have very good peripheral vision. They can only pretty much see right in front. Charge at 35 miles per hour is why we call a group of rhinos a crash. Now up here on the right hand side, up along that fence line, you look very, very carefully. There are some caramel colored animals. They have white stripes on them. Those are going to be the bongos. Now they're very, very hard to see because they are very good at camouflaging themselves. They're actually known as the ghosts of the forest. And they have horns that are pointed backwards on their heads so that it's easy to run through the brush, so they can run away from predators really fast and hide in very small and tight places.
Plants, I guess. Oh, like it looks like scum.
Now friends, it does look like that's going to be all the animals we can see in the Little Ituri Forest. So now we're making our way over to the Safi River. Now this is my favorite place to go looking for hippos. Looks like there is one right out here on the right hand side. Taking a little midday snack.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at it.
Now hippos are among the most dangerous animals in Africa. This one looks pretty small. Grown hippo is going to be. You can also see out to the left hand side there are some floating in the water. And then on this island are some pink-backed pelicans. Now these pelicans, their skin turns pink during mating season. As you can see, there's hippo just underneath the water over there on the left. Hippos can stay underneath of water for 8 minutes without coming up for breath. So a lot of the times when it's hot outside like it is today, a lot of them like to stay underneath the water for the majority of their day. There appears to be another little hippo laying right out here on the island, just kind of chilling. We get our pictures and please take a seat.
Oh, mom, go and sit down. Oh, tienes que ser. Ella dice que tienes que sentar. No se puede.
Now, as we come over across this bridge on the left-hand side, there are going to be some Nile crocodiles.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Now, Nile crocodiles are the largest species of crocodiles in Africa. Long and 500 pounds. And their jaws are strong enough to crush the bones of their prey. Glad we made it across that bridge safely to come try that out for us.
I know. Just wait. Something's coming up soon.
Why? That's how long we've been open. Wait, it's been like the fireplace. Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah. Do that again.
Now we're leaving the Safi River and making our way into the savannas. So we come to maybe some more familiar faces to you all. Right here on the right, as soon as we come around the corner, there are 2 wildebeest, and then there appear to be a lot more over here on the right as we come up. Now these are going to be known as white-bearded wildebeest. Wildebeest actually does mean wild beast, so it translates pretty well for them. Now the wildebeest are a super migratory species. So at night they lay in rows so that they're still all together, but they can get up and run away very quickly in case of an emergency. They are very family oriented.
They are? They're on there.
Now coming up on our left, they're a little hard to see, but they're very far in the back behind this rock formation. Those are going to be the African wild dogs. They're also known as the painted dogs. They're known as this because every single one of their notes is a different and unique pattern. Kind of like a fingerprint, no two are exactly the same. The painted dogs are also the most successful predators in Africa. They have about a 90% success rate. And this comes from the fact that they chase their prey until they fall from exhaustion. Now over to the left, I do see some Seaborg Antelopes. You might have seen these type of animals before because they are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. They also have big horns that point backwards on their heads, and that's to help ward off predators from jumping on their backs. Since the savanna is such an open territory, it's very hard to find covering, so these horns help prevent them from jumping on them. Some more white-bearded wildebeest coming up on our right-hand side. Now coming up on the right as we come around this corner, there are some tan and white antelopes. Those are going to be known as the springbok. They're kind of hiding back there in the tall grass. Now springbok can jump 6 feet straight up in the air and 13 feet straight across. When they do this at the same time, it's called pronking. Alright, you see 2 different kinds of animals. The first ones we're going to see are going to be the Angolan cattle. They're on the right, and then there are some giraffes.
And then translated from like miles.
There's 2 back over there, and there's one really up close. Now giraffes, you can tell they are already very, very tall animals. On average, full grown. They're actually already 6 feet tall when they're born, so very tall. Day eating, so they have a very dark colored tongue, and it helps prevent their tongues from getting sunburned. There's going to be another one munching on the leaves up here on our left hand side. He's almost about as tall as the tree that he's eating off of.
Stop being on your phone. I'm actually looking at the animals. You're on your phone.
What if you had your phone? At least I'm taking pictures. You would have been playing on it. What are you looking in the back there?
I did
little car.
Yeah, but I don't bring my phone.
Yeah, because you have that. Okay, and now.
I left mine in the car.
And that? Looks like rocking it asleep. I want the killers. When is feeding time? That's what I want to see. I came to see the circle of life. Yes.
Do we see an elephant?
Yeah.
So when I looked back, there was one elephant right over there. Hopefully we can catch up with some more of them. The males, when they turn 14, go and live in solidarity by themselves. So a lot of times the males will hang out one by one. Usually that means that there's a herd somewhere nearby. Now we are coming up on the red clay pits. There are some tusk marks over here on the right hand side. Elephants like to run their tusks through red clay and then eat the clay off of their tusk. It helps provide some vitamins and nutrients. There are some elephants out here to our left hand side. seem like we might have caught up with the herd a little bit. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a better view of them once we come around this corner and this is a little bit more of a clearing.
Oh my god, so cute.
Way more back here.
Oh my gosh, I did bring my phone, guys. Mom, you're joking. Yes. Hey, is Heidi going to Monster Truck Saturday? Heidi what? No. Monster Truck. We're going to Monster Truck. Got a surprise for you.
Monster? No, I'm not going.
Part of your birthday gift.
Huh?
Part of your birthday gift. Yeah. He's going to Monster Truck with his cousin. Look, these trees, they look like they're upside down. That's how they are. Like the roots. Is the one in the middle, is it real?
Vamos a pasar por el agua.
It was real. Oh, see, there goes my eyesight. Yeah.
Estamos pasando por el
That's
agua.
true.
I mean, that's probably not true.
So going here.
I'm assuming because
They must be
take them a very
recreated.
long time to grow up.
Now those look like the elephants
100
might be
years or
hiding a
something.
little bit from us right now, but back to our left-hand side there is a Baobab tree. Now the Baobab tree is very important for elephants and rhinos alike. It's also known as the tree of life. And when it's really, really hot outside in the savannah and all the watering holes have evaporated, they can poke holes with their tusks and horns into the trunk and get water from it.
Going here is gonna
Now to our left there is some greater flamingos.
Yeah.
These are going to be the lightest shaded pink of all different types of flamingos. And out to our right hand side there are some Patterson elands. Those are going to be the a male on all fours is about 6 feet tall, so it's about eye level with our truck. You might also recognize the shape of the island that the flamingos are on. Now we are entering into rhino territory.
Oh no.
Right away, I do already see 2 of our white rhinos right over here to our left-hand side, so around this corner.
What are they called?
3 of them.
Thunder goose. Remember, it's like the pantless thunder goose.
Now white rhinos, you can tell they are a lot. Rhinos are about 5,000. There are some ostriches making their way around this little mud wallow. Ostriches are going to be the largest terrestrial birds. They cannot fly, but in order to help them run very, very quickly, they can put their wings out and it kind of helps direct them.
I can show you a video.
In the I'm
Becoming alive. No. Nobody likes to hear llama. Whoa.
Mira.
Alex, switch sides.
You gotta sit down though. She's gonna yell at you guys. That's enough. Okay.
You just seen.
Now we're coming up on the
this is it,
Kobe
yes.
Rock. A lot of different animals to hide. There is also another white rhino right out here to our. Now Kobe rocks are a very, very common place for animals to hide because they can hide behind these rocks. It's also places where lions like to lounge around. So let's make sure we keep our eyes peeled. Let me know if you see any lions laying up on the rocks. There are 2 lionesses up there. Now, lions, it's common to see them just lounging around and laying on the rocks during the day. They're a lot more active at night. There is also a male lion on the rocks. Just
Look how
he's male because he's the one.
His hair like that.
The lion.
That's what I just said.
Why?
Because of the hair, when you think like that, you're like,
Yeah.
it's exactly what I just said.
Two insults turn into one.
You think it's an insult to be called a lion?
I do see some small little antelopes out here to our right hand side. Those are going to be the Bontabox. We can tell that they're Bontabox because in the sunlight their fur actually reflects almost a purple color. So they're very distinguishable from other types of animals on the reserve. Their natural coloring does look a lot like the sable antelopes that we saw earlier on in the savannah.
We're stuck. You don't remember?
Now we are exiting out of the savannah and into Magadi Glen. Kind of like the animals that find their home in the Little and Turry Forest, the animals in Magadi Glen also are pretty good at camouflaging themselves. So make sure you keep your eyes open and let me know if you see any animals roaming around.
What does she say is around? Oh yeah, I'm going to do the Dino and Pandora. I never drive a motorcycle. All day. It's just so slow. You can't make any choices. What's underneath?
Now unfortunately it does seem like that's going to be all the animals we're going to be able to see while we're out on the reserve today. I hope you were able to see some of your favorite animals, and if not, you can always come back at a different time or on a different day. No two safaris are ever quite the same. The animals make sure of that for us. Get some more animals later on today. You can head right on next door to Gorilla Falls. They're going to have some different kinds of animals like gorillas, zebras, and my personal favorite, the meerkats. There's even a baby one right now.
I had a fantastic time with you guys today. Lizzie, put that back on.